everyone. Welcome to Live Interactive English, and I'm Karen.
Hello, everybody. I'm Shane, and today we are doing part 1 of Taroko National Park.
Ooh.
Millions of years in the making.
Taroko National Park, one of the biggest tourist attractions in Taiwan, right?
Yes.
Have you been there?
Of course, I've been there. I've lived in Taiwan for over 10 years. It would be pretty crazy if I never went there. You've been there too.
Yes, I have. But okay, let me ask you this then. How many times have you visited the Taroko National Park?
3 times.
Oh, wow. I've only been there like twice.
Yeah, I win.
Okay, so what was the most memorable thing for you?
I was going to ask you that, but I'll go first because
Okay.
mine's probably more exciting.
Hey!
I went the first time there for my anniversary, or not my anniversary, my honeymoon, not anniversary.
You went there for your honeymoon?
Yeah, right after I got married, that's when I
Really?
went to go on my honeymoon.
Wow. So honeymoon is like a trip that you take right after you get married, right?
Yes.
Oh, that is really sweet. You went to Taroko National Park.
Yeah, so it has very special memories for me.
Wow. And that's like a long time ago, right? Because you've been married for a long time.
I have been married a long time. I'm not going to tell you how long, because then you're going to try to calculate my age.
But I wonder if things has changed a lot, since then.
I've been there more recently, and not a lot has changed.
Okay.
When have you gone there?
I think the last time I went was about like 7 years ago. It was before I got married, and then we went there on a company trip.
On a company trip?
Yeah, so it was really nice, to spend time with, the co-workers and everything and enjoy the beautiful scenery in Taroko National Park.
It is a gorgeous national park, so why don't
Definitely.
we get into it and learn more about it?
That's a great idea.
Renowned for its natural scenery, Taroko National Park receives millions of visitors a year. In fact, over 2.44 million people visited the park in 2021 alone. With the amazing sights and abundance of plant and animal life found there, it's easy to see why it's so popular. The centerpiece of the park is Taroko Gorge, a narrow valley carved out by the Liu River millions of years ago.
So we're looking at part 1 of Taroko National Park, millions of years in the making. Wow, I can't wait for today's article because I know Taroko National Park is such a beautiful place.
Yeah, I think it's probably like one of the most spectacular tourist attractions in Taiwan.
Definitely. I think a lot of tourists, if they come to Taiwan, Taroko National Park is definitely one of the destinations they have to go to.
It's a
right?
must-see.
Exactly.
Let's get into it. Renowned for its natural scenery, Taroko National Park receives millions of visitors a year. Tourists, right?
That's
we say
right.
something is renowned for something. What does that mean to be renowned?
Like to be known for. That's what they're famous for.
Famous for. So you
right?
could say famous for its natural scenery just as well, right?
That's right.
Okay. In fact, over 2.44 million people visited the park in 2021 alone. Wow, 2.4 million people in just 1 year.
Exactly. And I think it's not just like, people from other countries. I think people from Taiwan are also, like the people who want to visit Taroko National Park as well.
Absolutely, because you can't just go once. Even if you've seen it once, you're going to want to go back again and again.
Exactly. Okay, so we have this word here, scenery, and that is a noun. Scenery basically just means the natural features of an area, such as mountains, valleys, rivers, and forests. When you're thinking about them being attractive to look at. So, of course, you want to go maybe on a tour, go somewhere to another country. You would enjoy their scenery, right? Look at the mountains, the rivers, and everything. So, in our example sentence, it says, Joe spent the morning painting the mountain scenery.
Right. Yeah, so you kind of mentioned that, like, scenery, it means that we like looking at it.
Yes.
So it's not just those things, but that they're beautiful.
Exactly.
Right?
Like you really enjoy it, right?
And Taroko is very beautiful.
So with the amazing sights and abundance of plant and animal life found there, it's easy to see why it's so popular. So we said the abundance of the plant and also animals. So the abundance, that means it has a lot of it, plenty of it, right?
Something's abundant and there's an abundance of it. That just means there's a lot.
That's right.
Okay, so the centerpiece of the park is Taroko Gorge, a narrow valley carved out by the Livu River millions of years ago. I mean, the gorge is really what makes it so spectacular, right?
That's right.
When you go there for the first time, and usually when I've gone, we've driven up in a tour bus.
Oh.
And when you drive up in a tour bus for the first time and you just see these steep mountains, you're just like, wow, this is
breathtaking, right? The view is absolutely breathtaking.
And kind of scary. Right? Because there are landslides where the rocks will fall down the mountains.
You're right.
That makes it more exciting now. Okay, so to carve, what does that mean? To carve means to make objects or patterns, something like that, by cutting away material from a piece of wood or stone. So here we're saying the river carved the gorge, right?
That's right.
So of course the mountain is made of stone. Okay, so for example, you could say Sally carved a wolf from a block of wood.
So you can also carve something out of wood, right?
Right. Typically, it's going to be out of rock or wood, right? Stone or wood, something like that.
Wow, so we learned quite a few fascinating facts about the Taroko National Park.
Yes.
And I think there's a lot of things that you can do there too. It's not just, enjoying the scenery. People go hiking and then go to different areas too, right?
Yeah, because besides going up there in a bus, I also rode my scooter.
You did?
Up there, yeah, from the bottom to the top. And that was
Wow.
pretty scary, but it was so much more breathtaking because you're just in the open air. And it's even more scary, so it's more exciting.
But how long did that take?
And the great thing about it, I'm not finished. A bus or a car, you have a roof on top of you. When there's no roof and you're just riding along, you can see as far as the sky goes. Oh, so breathtaking.
That's true. Did it take a long time though, from the bottom to the top?
I don't really remember how long, but I remember it being like 30 to 45 minutes, something like that.
Oh, but it must be a really, really enjoyable ride.
It was scary though, but so exciting. Oh, I love that place.
Okay, how about let's take a quick break and we'll come back and learn more about this beautiful place.
Okay.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。这一次要介绍的旅游地点是 Taroko National Park 太鲁阁国家公园。那么标题用到 millions of years in the making 来描述。那我们用时间加上 in the making， 就是指形成、制作时间长达多久这样子。那么太鲁阁国家公园呢，是以自然风光闻名，每年有数百万名游客造访。那边有令人赞叹的风景，还有许多动植物，很容易理解为什么太鲁阁国家公园会如此受欢迎。那这座公园最吸引人的地方呢，是太鲁阁峡谷，它是利物溪数百万年前冲刷而成的狭窄山谷。我们先来看单字 scenery 表示风景、景色。那么 carve 这个动词表示雕刻，那在这边呢，它是指说在表面切割出，或者是可能水冲刷出什么那种意思。好，那补充单字 renowned 是形容著名的、具有声望的。那么 abundance 它表示大量、充足或是丰富。注意一下 abundance 它的形容词是 abundant， 把 ance 改成 ant， 那这个形容词是形容大量的、充足的或是丰富的。刚刚老师们用到两个形容词来描述太鲁阁国家公园，我们学一下 spectacular spectacular， 那这个形容词是形容壮观的、壮丽的或是令人惊叹的。那么 breathtaking 就像是这样，就是有那种令人屏息的意思。好，那这边一个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，我们来看这个重点是 Davish 疑问词，像 who、whom、whose、what、which、when、where、why、how 等等，可以引导名词子句，然后摆在句中当主词啊、受词或者是补语用。用来当主词的话，记得要搭配单数动词。那我们来看3个例句。Why he left remains a mystery. 他为何离开仍然是个谜。那么 why he left 这个名词子句就是当主词用咯。第二个例句是 I don't know who he is. 我不知道他是谁。这时候名词子句 who he is 就是用来当受词。 This is where we practice dancing. 这是我们练舞的地方。那么 where we practice dancing 这个名词子句就是用来当主词补语。那这就是用来补充说明主词，让这个语义变完整。好，接回到课文中。
A unique feature of the gorge's walls is that they reach hundreds of meters high. This rock formation is the result of two natural processes. When the giant plates of solid rock that make up the Earth's surface smash together, they push the land up and form mountains. At the same time, rainwater and rivers erode large amounts of rock, creating deeper valleys. Over millions of years, these forces have resulted in the high marble walls of today's Taroko Gorge. Shakadong Trail on the park's east side is famous for its crystal clear water and impressive marble boulders. The trail follows the river cliff of the Shakadong stream, allowing for a peaceful walk surrounded by the sound of gently flowing water. Along the trail, visitors can sample local foods at 5D Cabin, a former Turku settlement.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. So before the break, we're talking about Taroko National Park.
That's right.
And specifically, we start talking about probably the biggest tourist attraction when you go there, which is the gorge.
That's
right. Taroko Gorge, and just how incredibly beautiful and breathtaking it is.
That's right, and it attracts many, many visitors every single year, right? Okay, well, let's continue. A unique feature of the gorge's walls is that they reach hundreds of meters high. Wow, okay, so I think that's really, really interesting. That's why a lot of people want to go there because it is very, very unique.
Yeah, that's what makes it so breathtaking is just how high the walls are.
Exactly. So this rock formation is the result of two natural processes. So there's a reason why we have this kind of rock formation, how the rocks are formed, right?
I really wonder, like, how could that happen?
That's right.
It's so unique.
So unique is our next vocabulary word, and that's an adjective. Whenever you describe something as unique, basically you're saying something that's very special and very different, but in a good way. Right?
Like one of a kind.
Exactly, one of a kind. So, for example, this kind of stone is found only in Penghu. It is unique. You cannot find it anywhere else, right?
That's right. Okay. We also have the vocabulary word formation, which is a noun. It's a thing that has been formed, especially in a particular place or in a particular way, right? And a lot of times when we're talking about a formation, we're talking kind of like about a natural formation, something in nature. So for example, you can say the formation of clouds in the sky looks like a rabbit.
It's like how the clouds are formed, right?
Yeah, they come together in the sky.
That's right.
Okay, continuing. When the giant plates of solid rock that make up the Earth's surface smash together, they push the land up and form mountains. Okay, so that's the first thing that happens. The plates smash together and they become mountains.
That's right.
And usually there's an earthquake, right?
Gotta be a little bit scared, right? When the earthquake comes. At the same time, rainwater and rivers erode large amounts of rock, creating deeper valleys. Okay, so erodes kind of like destroying large amounts of rocks, right? Like gradually.
Right. And of course, erosion, which is the noun, erosion is normally what is going to create rivers and valleys, right, inside a mountain.
Exactly. So over millions of years, these forces have resulted in the high marble walls of today's Taroko Gorge, which is why we have the high marble walls.
Right, the spectacular walls. Okay, continuing, Shakadong Trail on the park's east side, east, is famous for its crystal clear water and impressive marble boulders.
So marble boulders are kind of like rocks?
Yeah, made of marble, right? So boulders is like a really big rock. And the thing about marble that makes it so beautiful is how shiny it is,
That's
And
right.
it's kind of got these like little lines in it. Like, whoa, so pretty.
And I really like the crystal clear water.
Now, if you want to say something is very, very, very clear, you can say it's crystal clear, like
That's
a
right.
crystal. You can see right through it.
Which means that it's very, very clean, right?
Yes. So continuing, the trail follows the river cliff of the Shakadang stream, allowing for a peaceful walk surrounded by the sound of gently flowing water. I feel like I can hear it now.
I know, me too. It's like whenever you get really stressed in the city, and then this is like a really great place to visit and to get away from all the cars and all the pollution, all the sound. You kind of go into the mountains and you can feel very, very calm, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, we also have this word here, cliff, and that is a noun. So a cliff is a high area of rock with a very steep side. So if you're walking, and then you see a cliff, you got to be very careful because you don't want to fall off the cliff, right?
that would be bad.
Exactly. So for example, the cliff was too steep to climb up. Yes, oftentimes they're too steep to climb up, right?
Well, unless you're like a rock climber or something like that, then you want it to be steep and high.
That's right, very challenging. Okay, so let's continue. Along the trail, visitors can sample local foods at 5D Cabin, a former Truku settlement. Okay, so if you get hungry, you know, from all the hiking and then, you know, all the sightseeing, you can also enjoy the local food as well.
Right, the Truku people are the Aboriginal people, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Ooh, I really like eating food, like the food in the mountains.
Yes. It's very different and unique as well. You can enjoy their vegetables. And also, I know that, you know, Aboriginals, they make really, really good rice wine as well.
Oh, yeah, I had that when I went there too. It was really unique and really delicious.
And the bamboo rice too.
Oh, yes. Oh, there's so much good food.
Exactly. Well, we learned a lot about Taroko National Park, and we will learn more in part 2.
Okay, we'll see you then.
太鲁阁峡谷的山壁有一个独特的特色是，它的高度达数百公尺。那这个岩层是2种自然过程造成的结果，一个是因为板块碰撞将陆地推升而形成山脉，一个是因为雨水和河水侵蚀大量的岩石，那形成了较深的山谷。数百万年来啊，这些力量就造就了现今太鲁阁峡谷这种高耸的这种大理石岩壁。我们来看看单字 unique 是形容独有的、独特的、独一无二的。那老师有提到 one of a kind， 这个用语也可以描述是独一无二的、与众不同的。再来 formation 这个名词，它表示层，可能像是岩层啊、云层的那个层，也可以表达形成物或者是形成、创造。而补充单字 erode 它表示使侵蚀或是风化，它的名词 erosion 就表示侵蚀。好，课文接着介绍了这个沙卡当步道。这条步道啊，沿着沙卡当溪的河石峭壁延伸。那游客除了在这边散散步，也可以去五间屋来品尝当地食物。它以前是太鲁阁族的聚居地。好，单字 cliff 就表示悬崖、峭壁。那我们刚刚有提到太鲁阁族嘛，那 Shane 老师这时候用到 Aboriginal 这个形容词 ，Aboriginal 就是形容原住民的。好，这边一个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，我们来看这个重点是现在完成式，那它是由 have 加上过去分词 PP 构成，那用来表示说某动作或者是状态到目前为止已经持续或存在一段时间，常常搭配表达持续一段时间的片语或者是子句。我们以下介绍几种常见的搭配用法。首先，你可以用主词加上 have 或 has 加上过去分词 PP， 然后后面接 for 加一段时间。但再来第二个用法，你可以用主词加上 have 或 has 加过去分词 PP， 后面接 since 加上时间点。再来，你还可以把这个 since 加时间点改成 since 加上子句，只是子句的时态会用过去式。举例来说 ，They have known each other for a long time， 就是说他们认识彼此很久了。那如果我说 They have known each other since childhood， 他们从小就认识彼此了。我们还可以造句像是 They have known each other since they were in kindergarten。他们从幼稚园时就认识彼此了。 好，那么以上这些讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Renowned for its natural scenery, Taroko National Park receives millions of visitors a year. In fact, over 2.44 million people visited the park in 2021 alone. With the amazing sights and abundance of plant and animal life found there, it's easy to see why it's so popular. The centerpiece of the park is Taroko Gorge, a narrow valley carved out by the Liu River millions of years ago. A unique feature of the gorge's walls is that they reach hundreds of meters high. This rock formation is the result of two natural processes. When the giant plates of solid rock that make up the Earth's surface smash together, they push the land up and form mountains. At the same time, rainwater and rivers erode large amounts of rock, creating deeper valleys. Over millions of years, these forces have resulted in the high marble walls of today's Taroko Gorge. Shakadong Trail on the park's east side is famous for its crystal clear water and impressive marble boulders. The trail follows the river cliff of the Shakadong stream, allowing for a peaceful walk surrounded by the sound of gently flowing water. Along the trail, visitors can sample local foods at 5D Cabin, a former Turku settlement.
Hi, I'm Toy.
I'm Carolyn.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Kiki.
And today we're playing a game called Undercover. We each have a word on a card, but 3 of us have the same word and the other one has a different word. We have 2 rounds to go around and give clues, and then we have to guess who the spy is. Carolyn, you ready for your clue?
I think so.
Okay, go.
When I think of where dinosaurs may have lived, I think of one of these.
It's often a popular place to go hiking.
Sometimes I don't want to get to the edge of this.
If I come from here, I talk like this.
Okay, round 2.
Okay. This has a lot of greenery.
This has lots of beautiful wildlife.
This place has great views.
This place is usually pretty high up.
Okay. Okay, so on the count of 3, we're going to point to the person that we think is the spy. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's reveal our words. Carolyn, what's your word?
Valley?
Okay, Josh?
My word is also valley.
My word is cliff.
My word was valley.
Oh, okay. So, did anyone guess me?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I guess I did a good job. Okay, Carolyn, why did you think it was Kiki?
I originally thought it was you, but then you said something about it being high up. So then I was like, oh, you're Cliff.
Yeah.
So then I switched. And yeah.
Okay, Josh.
I felt it was Caroline because I knew that Kiki's word was the same as mine, and I don't remember reading up. I mean, there probably are dinosaurs and valleys, but according to the books I've read, nah.
Well, I thought Kiki had a similar word to me because she said high up, but valleys are low. And I knew you were opposite of mine, but I didn't think Josh and Kiki I thought their words were similar to mine.
Apparently, I don't know that valleys aren't. I was thinking looking up high, but then also flatlands. And then I thought it was Carolyn because you kept looking at me and you kept looking really confused.
You took my second clue. I was going to say something like that.
So I was thinking, I said up high because I was thinking I would be up high looking down at the valley. I guess that's why.